What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 227 of HorsePLAY Live. This is a fine May 4th, Friday, 2018. May the fart be with you. Yes, the fart. But I have to be immature about it. Actually, I'm quite in a Star Wars mood. I'm excited. Not super excited, but as excited as I could be about any movie these days. I'm excited for the Solo movie. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, this is Yogizilla, your bald bear lizard host. It's gonna be definitely a quick episode. I just want to kind of tag this on to the other episode we owe you on the podcast feed if you're listening on audio sources. I want to get this in quick and upload it to YouTube and get everything edited and all that good stuff. Because this weekend, it's unfortunate. I just thought about it. May the 4th. You got Free Comic Book Day and Cinco de Mayo all on one weekend. That's a lot of shit to do in one weekend. I guess you have to pick and choose which one you prefer. Jeez, my dogs do not skip a beat. It's like anytime I start recording, I'm like, alright, it's a little quiet, and let me just get this one in quick. You get about 15-20 minutes, and then they go. Woof, 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 woof. Bless their hearts, but I want to eat them sometimes. Some Chinese fried rice. I had some of that today. I had the major itis. I took like a 3-hour nap when I got home. And here we are. Anywho, I just want to go over real quick some of the stuff that I'll be doing this weekend. I wanted to see what y'all will be doing. So let me know what you guys will be doing. You can email us, mail at geekyanswers.net. Tweet at Yogizilla if you want to hit me up directly, or at geekyantics. Probably the best places to reach us right now. So this weekend I plan on Sunday probably. I'm hoping it'll be less of a crowd to check out the new Avengers movie, which I hear might be a two-parter. That makes sense. That's a lot of content to pack into one movie. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm still wondering who gets killed off. I feel like there's going to be like 2 or 3 characters that'll be killed off. They'll be major enough where you'll feel it, but not so much where you'll be like, damn, well, at least we'll never see any more of that. So I think Captain America's going to be one of them. Because, that void can be filled. We really know Chris Evans is moving on, right? And, Bucky could, the Winter Soldier could fill the void for Captain America, It's more of a concept than a person, right? So, you can almost say the same thing about Iron Man. I think they could kill off Iron Man. As great as Robert Downey Jr. has been, I think someone else could pick up that mantle and do a great job. Then again, as far as the MCU goes, I think Iron Man has ran its course, and he's been at the center of it all. I feel like now they need to just kind of, not so much reset, but clean the slate a bit so that we can move forward, explore some other aspects of the Marvel Universe further. And hopefully that means that pretty soon we'll actually have X-Men integrated back in. Because as great as Inhumans stuff is, it's not the same as having a full-blown mutant universe. It really limits these Marvel movies. And even with those limitations, they've been fantastic. So, anywho, tomorrow, if you're on the East Coast, just a few short hours. Well, yeah, I don't know how early these comic book shops are opening up, but in a few hours we'll have Free Comic Book Day. That's gonna be exciting. But back to Avengers. My theory. Who else? Definitely, I'll tell you who they can't kill off. Black Panther. That would just cause riots. We go, he died because he's a black guy. Blah, blah, blah. I was killed by race, Or they're just trying to whitewash everything. Okay. So he's untouchable, He's going to have plot armor. Who else will have plot armor? I'm trying to think. I think Thor is pretty beloved. He's eye candy for the ladies. Chris Hemsworth. Oh, he's so dreamy. Splooging all over him. I get it. Who else is untouchable? And I'm kind of like that when it comes to Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. She's pretty hot. She's pretty easy on the eyes. Yeah, we'll just say that. She's easy on the eyes. Spider-Man, I think they can't touch, obviously, because he's young, and they're just starting off the new um, kind of arc there, refreshing that, and finally bringing it into the MCU. Jesus, Satana won't shut up. That's our little one. She's just going and going. Do dogs get laryngitis? If not, they should. That should be a thing. It's like after a little while of yelping, just I get really tired right now. Okay, good. If dogs had a mute button, I think it'd be perfect pets. See, cats don't make all that noise and act all crazy. Works your nerves, man. Anyway, becoming very salty, very salty old man. Who else is protected? Who else is safe? Trying to think. I think Vision, is gonna go because he's got an Infinity Gem, so that's kind of an obvious one. But who else is safe? Who's a fan favorite? I don't see Hulk being taken out, and Hulk's had so many, iterations. I think they need to stick with this and really give him some love, give him some proper. Maybe we'll see a proper Planet Hulk or something. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the story, but I hear, but it's great, that whole storyline. And I think they had like a little piece of it in was it Thor Ragnarok? So something good there. It's potential. Anyway, I can't think of any people right now. But I don't know, who else is fan? Well, you know who's not safe? Hawkeye. He's a character that's like, he's one of those characters that's liked, right, but not important enough that anyone will be missing that bad. So whenever they kill off characters like this, they always have to play it smart, right? I feel it has to be someone that will have an impact, but not piss off a bunch of people. It's got to be like a real supporting character. And if you think about it, with these ensemble, epics, hero stories, you don't really have a main character. You can say everything revolves around Iron Man, which it kind of does, but I would say there's multiple main characters, and then everyone is a supporting character. And with the success of the last Thor movie and Black Panther, I definitely say they're main characters. They're not expendable. Someone like Scarlet Witch, she could be killed. That'd be unfortunate. I actually would get some feels over that because I think her powers are pretty cool, and her origin story that we saw is pretty neat. Yeah, that's my thoughts. So I'm gonna see if I can make it out there. Usually don't like going to the theaters these days because I get annoyed pretty easily. Crowds. There's a lot of stupidity in the world, so you go into a crowd, you multiply that stupidity several times over. So that's kind of my concern there. What else? So I guess we might as well just jump in here and then wrap this up before I ramble on. My phone's vibrating. What's that about? Just wanted to share real quick the list of. These are the gold sponsor comics. Do they have the other tiers in here? This is on the official website, freecomicbookday.com. I guess these all are. It's quite a long list. I'll try to go through as many of them as possible. But this is really exciting for me, even though I don't really collect anymore. It's just nice to see that comics are still going so strong. Though I notice, I'm looking at magazine racks, at the supermarket and stuff, and I notice how much thinner magazines and comics have gotten. Even like the activity books, like highlights and such, they're so thin. It's like, ooh, you get less for your money. And I get it. Publishing is a hard game, but I think what's nice about comics is that it gives some hope. And these younger generation where people don't really read anymore, to have something tangible in your hand and actually read it, go through it, and kind of really engage with the content in a level that you don't do so much with the ebook. I think that's a really important thing. So I think people, even if you're not into comics, I think it's an important thing to note that this is something that helps with literacy. And I see now the libraries and schools are carrying comics to kind of encourage kids to read more, and that's pretty neat. Does that mean that it's being graphic novels and comics are being respected as a storytelling medium? Possibly. It's definitely, regardless of what the belief is behind that, intent is clear. Is just to encourage more reading. I think it's important. It opens up some brain paths that you normally wouldn't with just standard fare of indulging in social media and video games, which I'm a fan of all those kind of things, but sometimes it's good to just crack open a book and read. Tomorrow I hope to pick up as much as I can for the free stuff. I think our local shop usually does like a 6 or 10 comic limit, but it's more like an honor system kind of thing. But you don't want to be a dick and just grab everything. Oh, okay. My friends, I'm getting some messages on Discord. CCW Ninja, long time no see, man. Where you been? Anywho, before I lose my train of thought, which I think I already did, really. Let's see some of the comics that we offered. Ooh, I also wanted to get Action Comics number 1000, the first comic to ever reach that milestone. That's pretty cool. I'm not a big DC guy, but just to be part of that piece of history, I think is important. So anyway, free comics. They got Riverdale, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Overwatch, of course, DC Top Secret. Oh, I'm guessing this is Top Secret Gold Book. That's very cryptic. Transformers Unicron, The Darkest Hour, number 0. It's an IDW. So I noticed a lot of familiar folks. Archie Comics, Dark Horse, I know DC, IDW, Image, Marvel, of course, Titan, Viz Media for the anime stuff. But then I started looking around further, and it's like a lot of these I don't recognize. I'm like, oh, are these newer players? Or just smaller ones that just hung on the whole time. And again, I find that very encouraging that there's still a wide breadth of variety out there. So let's see, comic book friends, comics friends forever. Okay, what's that about? What the hell is that? Barrier number 1. That's a weird cover. Disney Princess Ariel Spotlight. The kids were like that. Invader Zim Floopsy Bloops Shmoopsy. Shmoopsy. That's a great word. Marvel Avengers Captain America. Doctor Who cover to be revealed. Ooh. Doctor Who number 0. Interesting. A lot of these are not real, like, mainline stories. They're like promos, that introduce you to, and then there might be like a number 0, or there'll be like a special one-off that doesn't follow their normal progression, or it'll be like a digest type of thing where it's like a crash course in that universe. Pokemon Sun and Moon, Strangers in Paradise, Miraculous Adventures of Ladybug and Cat Noir. And by the way, I think Warchild said to check out Bonehead. I might have to check that out. Relay number 0. Ooh, that looks cool. Looks like a space story. I'm all about that. Howard Lovecraft, Big Book of Summer Fun. That looks cool. Worlds of Aspen Anniversary Edition. Ooh, I like the art. Reminds me of the old cross-gen comics. Lady Mechanica. That looks like a steampunk thing. Adventure Time, Bongo Comics Free for All. Oh, Bongo, yeah, that's another one that's been around for a little bit. We do Simpsons and whatnot. Die Kitty Die, I Love You to Death. Chapter House Publishing. Invasion Prologue. Ooh, that looks interesting. Ooh, it's like some dude with dual energy blades about to face off with some aliens and a giant motherships in the background. It looks kind of cool. Cover art, they don't say don't judge a book by its cover, but I don't know, with comics, that's definitely a big thing. You gotta, that cover art can make or break it. The Legend of Korra. Silver. Bob's Burgers. James Bond '07. World's Greatest Cartoonist. Ooh. Fantagraphics. Put that out. Berlin #1. Drawn and Quarterly. That has like a very minimalist kind of style to it. That was cool. Sparks. The Meta Baron. What's this? Streets Angels Dog One Shot. Star Wars Adventures. The Star Wars stuff is gonna go fast. I'm gonna see if I get there early. I'm supposed to be at a baby shower tomorrow, but we'll see if I can I gotta figure out when they're open tomorrow and get there first thing in the morning if possible. The last time I went in the afternoon around 3, and most of the shit was cleaned out. Or maybe they just didn't carry a lot of the stuff. I think they have a selection and then you order whatever. Ghost in the Shell Global Neural Network Preview. Wormworld Saga, The Amazing Spider-Man, Infinity Watch, The Tick, The Only Living Boy, Shadow Roads, what's it, 2000 AD Regened by Rebellion. Oh, there's another familiar publisher. Scout Comics presents The Mall. Looks like Reservoir Dogs type of thing. A Brief History of Tank Girl by Titan Comics. Interesting. Did they have being informed of this dinner apparently. So I gotta get going anyway. Ultra Street Fighter 2, SpongeBob, Shadow Man, that was interesting. Ooh, My Hero Academia, great anime. Maxwell's Demons, Malika Creed and Fury, Crush from Yen Press. Oh, I'm at the list. Defend Comics, Reading Without Walls. That looks like a edutainment type of thing. Overstreet Guide to Collecting, and it's got like 3 Stooges in the front, and they're wearing cosplay, or they're like superheroes. That's weird. That's from Gemstone Publishing. Overstreet Guide to Collecting. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I love going to hobby shops and comic book shops because they tend to be rather small, but then they just have so many things packed into a tight space, and you just gotta look at every nook and cranny. CCW Ninja says, I don't recognize any of these. Yeah. A lot of them are pretty cryptic. Wait, some of them you had to recognize. I know you know Spider-Man and Transformers Unicron. Yeah, but a lot of them are pretty cryptic. That's the fun part. I usually will pick up stuff that I know I'll like, and then I'll get some random stuff that looks interesting. And a lot of times I just pick it up just based on the cover art and say, that looks interesting, let's see. You crack it open and start reading it in the shop, and it ruins some of the surprise. But I'm gonna see if I go with at least my oldest son. Snag as much as we can. My youngest doesn't like, not really into it, but I hope he'll at least join us to pick up some stuff. I just hope I don't get tempted to buy other stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Magic and whatnot, because again, it's like a candy shop. There's so much fun stuff there. But anywho, I'm being beckoned, so we'll see you next week. It'll be a normal show, and hopefully I'll be able to give you all my impressions on Avengers and latest other TV shows I'm watching. The Expanse is back. They're like 3 episodes in. That show is so freaking good. It's the closest thing to Battlestar Galactica that's out there. It's just, it's an acquired taste, so I don't want to oversell it. But if you're looking for a really good space opera with a heavy kind of political backdrop, kind of like a Dragon Age Origins kind of style, factions and all this stuff of story, it's definitely worth the look. Definitely check it out. But yeah, if you want to hit me up, best place usually these days is Yogizilla. I'm pretty much on Yogizilla everywhere. Twitter and Xbox Live are usually best. And I probably won't be around much this weekend, so that's why I wanted to get this episode in. Say hello, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.